Oh, hello. Had a bit of a network problem there. So, spirituality and religion. I've talked about this with a few people around, and there's quite a few people I know who are very spiritual but are not religious, and there's and vice versa. There's quite a few people who are religious but not very spiritual. Currently in Australia, there's this big hoo-ha because there is a law which is going to Parliament to be voted on to allow, or it's supposed to say to protect people's religious freedoms. Now we have an act in Australia, Anti-Discrimination Act, which takes into account, religion, race, sexual orientation, lifestyle choices, and all that sort of stuff. So I don't know why there's going to be another law for this. Just the same as I don't know why there's other laws, to say, human rights. And I'm like going, but if you look closely, there's these human rights already in all of our law. To have law that sort of specifically lists what you can do, I think is more restrictive than actually having law saying that you can't do something, because then it gets people into a zero-sum game mindset. Now, getting back to spirituality and religion, I don't know whether there's many people there's also people who are both spiritual and religious, and then there's other people who are, pure logic, neither spiritual nor religious. You get all kinds. But for some, they kind of mix it up. They think that just because they're religious that they're spiritual as well, because they're spiritual that they're religious. That's not the case. I guess it depends on how you view the world and where you come from. Some people are really down on religion. I kind of view it as just another belief system, just like, science is also a system of belief, even though a lot of people say, but it's based in fact. And I can say, well, it's also a fact that there has been discovered that there was a guy called Muhammad, or there was a guy called Jesus of Nazareth, and there was a woman called Mary way back when. So that's also fact as well. So where they come on that, I don't know. However, a lot of people do need a system of belief. Some people believe in themselves. Some people believe in a universe. Some people believe that there's something else out there, the laws of the universe, a god, many gods, Mother Nature, the balance of whatever it is that goes on. I'm just getting distracted because there's actually a large blow up of a spider on the actual museum, which is really quite awesome. It's very distracting though, but I guess that's the point. So what does spirituality mean to you? What does being religious mean to you? Do you come from a religious or spiritual or factual based or neither background? And how's that played in your life? Has that explained everything to you, and given you peace and quietness within you, given you purpose, or has it, have you come across stuff where it's given you a bit of a crisis, a bit of a, oh my God, what the heck? I've had many people who have, one way or the other, and they've gone, oh my God, and, I'll look into the other side or the many other sides and see if I can find a solution to something, a question that's going on in my mind. I mean, people have questions with regards to, why they're here, what their purpose is in life, whether it's, a religious, factual, scientific, spiritual, whatever. There is purpose. I guess that's it. Do you view spirituality and religion as giving you purpose? What does it do for you? What do you think about a law protecting people's religious rights? Now, this is an interesting thing, because on one hand you could say, but it allows people to be left alone to be able to practice their own religion, but on the other hand it also can allow for people who practice their religions to be able to discriminate or lack thereof. So if I had a company that was I was hiring people, then I could fire or not hire people based on my own beliefs or not. And realistically, I am of two minds about this. I mean, they're allowed to practice their own religion and create a space where they can be comfortable and not seek to be prosecuted or demeaned or mocked or whatever within their own company and group. I can understand that. But on the other hand, a person who has the right qualifications, has dedicated themselves to a particular company or a cause, it shouldn't really matter whether the way that they live their life goes, I wouldn't say against, but questions people, if they're not actually actively out there trying to change an organisation. I mean, a lot of people go into these organisations say like, oh, I'm not very religious, but if I went into a religious organisation, I was up front and said, look, okay, I'm not religious, but I'm qualified. I understand you'll be taking someone that's as equally qualified, but has a religion that is in line with yours. But on the other hand, if you take someone that is underqualified, but just because they're based on their religion, that you take them, is that really the best thing for your organisation? Particularly if I'm a person that can just go to work and do the best I can as my job because it's my job, and not disrupt or, throw in the face, my own personal, lifestyle or lifestyle choices or religious choices or lack thereof in people's faces. It's an interesting thing because it affects a lot of people. Though those are extremes, I guess. I like to believe that a lot of people are fairly reasonable and that they wouldn't sort of cut their nose off to spite their face, but you never know. So, what religious, non-religious, spiritual background do you come from? Have you ever come across times when you've questioned that? How have you discussed that with other people and talked about it? And what do you think about a law protecting the right of people from a religious or not background to discriminate in their occupation? I don't believe a doctor should be able to do that. A doctor, if it's their job to help people, they shouldn't say, I'm not going to give you medical treatment because I don't believe in it. I think it's probably best for them to say, look, I'm not the best person for you because of my religion. However, I can refer you to a doctor that will help you. I think that's probably a thing. Oh well, I don't know. That's a tricky one. Oh well, I'll get on with it. Thursday, almost time off for Christmas, and that spider is so distracting. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.